may be February, but summer is creeping its way in. So in today's video, I'm building a beach house in Blacksburg. So this is going to be part 1, building the exterior. And much like when I've done my other 2 or 3 part series, I'm only going to do part 2 if you guys really want it. So subscribe, like, and comment down below if you do want a part 2. And before we get into this video, in my last video, doing viral TikTok building hacks, I came across a few from Queen Moon Snow. And then I saw that she had a channel, and look at all these pictures of her house. So I'm definitely going to be taking a lot of inspiration from her. But press pause. Past Reese's was none the wiser that this is actually going to be a hotel. When I invited you guys to look around at the end, everyone was telling me to make it a hotel. So throughout this video, I'm calling it a beach mansion. But if we do a part 2, it's going to be a hotel. We'll name the plot Feeling Cute, Might Build a Sandcastle. So guys, obviously as we can see from this picture, Queen Moon Snow is in a beach mansion. We're going to start off by finding the center of the plot. And I'd say we need about 7 blocks of space before we start the actual house. This whole entire front bit is all going to be covered up with our sand dunes. Queen Moon Snow. What should we call her for short? Because that's a long-winded name. I think we should call her QMS. QMS was absolutely obsessed with the concrete texture. She actually put it all over her house. And believe it or not, we actually got another level. And if you're wondering, Reese's, how are you gonna get the ramps in? Well, no, actually, I'm not going to be using these and being a basic biffer. I'm going to use basic shapes to create the ramps. Because of course we have the horizontal wedge, which is an overlooked piece of equipment. Because when you think about it, this is literally the stair ramp, but custom. And now, as you can see, it just looks a little bit more fresh. And already, this looks like you're about to like walk up to the gates of Buckingham Palace and be like, hey, King Charles, how are you? Now, if we look at our reference picture again, she woke up and chose arches. And also, I feel like the lighting is not quite right. So I think what she must have done is turned into God. And then she must have changed the weather. That's better. We've got some much better lighting now. Each cube appears to be a little like this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it either. Each one needs to have 7 squares. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But they look pretty goddamn even to me. And then she's used these concave, I always call these convex and you guys get really mad. Concave, sorry. And once again, we're just going to spin this into a nice archway rooftop. That just slotted so perfectly into place. Although hers look well neater than mine. Don't know why mine look a little rogue. So I added the rest of the archways in, neated everything up. And ta-da! This is looking glorious. And guys, as I was placing them, I was playing Murder on the Dance Floor. Who else is loving that song? It's Murder on the Dance Floor. If you're wondering how I got this top one, look at this. I don't know how, but I somehow got it to all. Now, when we go to the back of the house, we can just copy and paste that on. It's going to be so blimmin' easy.
It's so much better.
Anyway, I absolutely love what she did down here. She's done an underground garage. And also, I almost missed this. It looks like it goes back as well. I absolutely love when builds start like this. I normally just rush straight into the room. But doing this, you guys can really get a gist of what's going on. For the garage door, what I'm going to do is I'm going to thin out one of these sand dunes. And I don't know why I'm calling them a sand dune. That is literally not what they're called. But then I'm going to make it a bit thicker and a little longer. We'll fill this in with basic shapes again. And this is the reason it has to be a 2-parter, guys, because there was no way in hell I was going to be able to make all of this in one video. I've got school in like 2 hours. Anyway, the texture I want to use on these is vertical wooden planks. And to make it so neat, she must have used a structural beam along here. And on the other side, she didn't want garage. It's giving humble. She was like, no, I can't have 4 garages, guys. I'll just settle with 2. And then I just neatened up the stairs so we can get on to the next step. And I'm going to make it nice bright blue, because isn't it like Lana Del Rey vibes in a blue convertible, or actually in a red convertible, like driving down the coast.
But I am free.
Wait a damn minute. Guys, I did not notice.
It was at this moment that he knew.
Each of them stories on the side is 2. Doesn't it look like that's just 1? No, it's 2. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. So guys, you think this looked big? If Finn just snaps his fingers, and there we go. How massive is this? Thank you, Finn. This is literally like a Greek empress's castle. Something I also noticed is this front part along here is not actually concrete. This is going to be sand, and where we add the palm trees, because stupid me didn't realize that palm trees cannot grow on concrete. Guys, I'm a biology student and I didn't even realize realize that. She had the right idea about the palm trees. Not adding too many, but adding kind of just enough. And of course, all at different lengths. And just with that touch of Mother Nature. And it looks to me as if this isn't even the entryway. Like, there's actually a porchway beyond this. So if we get these lined up, then I think we actually get like a 3-block wide pathway. And then the house actually begins here. Now I'm just trying to put in the rest of the layout. I think this bit is pretty easy because I actually think the sides are just flat. And the funniest thing to me is this grand luxury house, but we just use a simple flat roof. And guys, I'm not joking. I've been building for 1 hour. And look at what I've done. I mean, this is what it takes when you build a massive house like this. Chickens, it is for the fun part. Adding in je windows. Now, I don't know what windows is in French, so I just had to say je window. But I have been learning French, guys. For example, I know garden is la jardin. I know mother is mon mère. It's so fun, honestly. I would definitely advise getting Duolingo. Hashtag not spawn. So I have just realized, guys, this whole front bit is technically open. So we'll move that window over there for now. It's really hard to explain, but basically we have a balcony on the 2nd floor, which is technically the 3rd floor. So it's very like maths brain to understand. But basically the ground floor is actually made up of 2 Bloxburg floors. This one. And then the 3rd and 4th floor are individual. So I don't know if that'll make sense, but hopefully in part 2 it will. But I will only do part 2 if lots of you guys want it. You might remember the cruise ship series. I said if you guys really want that, I'll do another one. But not many people actually wanted it. And to be fair, I don't blame ya. The cruise ship was kind of lame. However, I feel like a lot more people are going to want the beach house. So that's why I've decided to include it. And guys, expose the inside. I just want it to look good, you know, from the outside. Now let's actually add the windows as promised. So once again, we have to delete these walls behind here that were blocking the view. And we can just place the windows super duper easily. I actually think they look really good with that line in the middle. Well, I can't get rid of it, so it better look good. And now I feel we should do the back garden. So look at it. We actually get this really nice aerial shot of the back garden, well, the swimming pool anyway. So hopefully this is gonna give us a bit of insight into how to build what's really going on here. And by the way, you guys don't have to watch me add a bazillion arches again. I'm gonna do the back ones off camera just because it does take so long. Okay, so we're now officially starting the backyard. I was about to start adding these basic steps in. Look at the steps she has. She has like custom ones. So much hidden talent on Bloxburg. Like, I look around and I see these people with amazing builds. No one's noticing them. And I'm just like, y'all. Wow, these are some chunky stairs. Wow. And I'm also going to add this side bit in just to make it a little more kind of like it expands on this side, you know? So I'll copy that over to this side. Next, I'm adding on these tall walls on each side. There's something majestic to me about stairs having tall walls on the side. But now, guys, time for the pool. I may or may not have made this a little small, but don't worry because we're going to have another gigantic one down here. And I suppose we should use the deep one. Otherwise, it's not going to go to the ground. Get ready to crack through the $1 million, guys. I mean, I don't know how we haven't already. And then the main depth of the pool is going to be, oh my, 60,000, 70,000,
30,000.
and we're going to use one of my favorite waterfalls. Just as I'm placing these, watch this TikTok from her and look at how amazing this shower is. We're definitely going to be doing that in the next video. I am, however, going to carry on these staircases down the side of my build. She's also sort of incorporated like a little seating area there. So this here in the middle is going to be where the sofa lies. And Jesus, I did not realize how expensive these steps were, and I've just been using them willy-nilly. And now I don't think mine is quite as good as hers, but I still think it has a certain flourish to it, right? I think then to neaten up the side, we'll return these long planks. And then since it's a beach house, the whole point is that this is meant to be like on a beach. And now let's add in sort of that cabin area. So I don't know how she made hers so neat. I'm guessing she placed it all upon a carpet. So of course she's used the wicker sofa, which we are going to use inside. And I think to make this built in, what we basically have to do is just color the back and bottom of it. And I do think it's a little bit of a danger hazard having this massive big falling bit here. There we go. It's just a little safer now. And then the best part about this is in the middle, we get to put one of those fireplaces you never get to add. Now, guys, I've got quite a task ahead of me, placing that whole thing onto this side. And while I was building this, I thought I'd answer a couple of Q&A questions. So the first one is, how do you get so many Bloxburg money? Well, this is quite an easy secret, and I wouldn't even call it a secret. I just work. My personal favorite place to work is at Bloxburgers. It's by far the most money you will ever make in Bloxburg, in my opinion. And I work in the cooking part. The next question is, what is your second favorite game on Bloxburg? I love how you put second favorite because you just know Bloxburg's my favorite. Well, this is the thing. There are so many other games on Bloxburg I just haven't even what would be the word? Dived into. I would say maybe Brookhaven or one of the parkour games. I do love myself a rainbow parkour speed run. The next one is, what's your favorite build you have ever done in Bloxburg? Honestly, I would say maybe this. Like, or my castle, or my mall. One of those three. If you guys ask for a part 2 on this, I'll be so happy because I really want to finish it. But other than that, definitely my mall or my castle, and I think you guys would agree. How many hours do you spend on building? You're also really funny. My favorite YouTuber. Thank you. I love hearing this kind of stuff. I spend typically, I'd say about 2 hours filming each video and about 3 hours editing each video, which I know sounds like a lot, but in reality, it's not actually that much. You think 5 hours to make a video, it's not too bad. The next one is, what are you studying? Well, earlier I was talking about how I study biology. So I do biology and then I do some other ology things. Basically, I study society and that kind of stuff. Ta-da! After my lovely quick Q&A sesh, look at how nice this backing looks. So as you can tell, I've made it look slightly different. And that's because this one needed to be a little larger because we've got a whole bar going on. And everything has got to be this nice pastel color, I think. Not only are we going to have things just thrown on here, we're going to have these trays. And the trays themselves are going to be made of gold. Yeah, we'll have a couple of these. Perhaps we're having a party or something. Now around the sides, we're going to break the bank one more time. And if you're wondering what I mean by that, well, of course, I'm talking about palm trees. But after spending 100 grand on them, as you can see, it just really sets the scene. I feel like I'm in the Bahamas. So we're really now on the final stages of this part 1. I'm wrapping it all up with these lovely straight lines. And I thought it'd be fun to end the build on doing the front windows and glass doors. The only tall doors Bloxburg has to offer that look kind of appropriate are these ones. And I also love a lot of light in my houses. So we're gonna add these huge windows.
That's quite big.
So with that, guys, it is time to look around. So just before we go in, I've only let a couple of people in today because I don't want too many to see it until the grand reveal when we eventually finish it. But this plot so far values at 500 grand. She says, is this a hotel? Do you know what, guys? We could make it a hotel. That is food for thought. This was originally going to be a beach mansion. From the outside, this is our new beach mansion, maybe gonna be a hotel. From the back, she looking kind of floppy, but from the front, hey, we can run around the back to where there's actually some things for us to interact with. So this is where the bar is going to be. So we can sit here with Kim Kardashian. Hey, girl.
Hi, I'm Kim Kardashian West.
We also have a gigantic pool. Splish, splish, splash. And then over here is like our gorgeous sitting area. And I'm gonna take a little vote in chat right now. Should I make this a hotel or a house? Hotel, 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 hotel. I'm in a hotel. Thanks to everyone who watched this video and everyone who came to look around the new build. Do subscribe if you want part 2. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.